Hey all, this is Xenoxis. Welcome to the 31st of July 2025. We're doing some more Gran Turismo 8, and now it should be in 4K instead of being, the quicker thing. Do we have this car, by the way? No, we do not have this car. That's the, what do you call it? Yeah, let's do it in purple again here. Oh. Right, then let's traction control 0. Maybe have that set to weak. And ghost, please. Personal best ghost, yeah. Okay. I know that I got very, very close on getting the time and stuff that, because, yeah. Balls of rage. Is it? I really, really hate it. Like, why can't it display the ghost on like the on your very, very first lap? Like, like. Because when you have the personal thing on, then it should just show in the very beginning and stuff that, like, I don't know, why can't it show the record immediately and stuff that, because, those two dead men's curve. And this car that would be like the whole 3 million car and stuff that, And I don't know sometimes if it's worth breaking like very, very heavy in certain places. I've always liked like skylines, by the way, and stuff that, and the other ones that are like not skylines, but yeah. But I mean, the R, what is the R35, right, or whatever it's called, that, like the GTR, like Nissan and stuff that, those are like more like, the brakes on this is actually very good. It's so weird because if you, for example, would drive without the drive on, then like the braking is like often like really bad. But it definitely seems like having this, for example, having this on weak is a lot better because then it controls on all the wheels. But how does it work on weak? Does it even say how it works on weak? Using the weak setting, deactivates this restriction for more skilled drivers, yeah. Oh. So what is the restriction? Here's the victory of EIBs. It starts from locking when you brake. At the default setting, the braking force valve 4 wheels is controlled, and part of the tire's grip is allocated to turning force. But what do they mean, like, wait to deactivate this restriction? Like, does that mean that you can brake more than normally, that you're allowed to actually brake heavier? Or whatever, because then you would always have it set to weak or whatever, right? Yeah, you can see the first lap is going to be really slow because I have nothing to compare against. And here's the thing now, you might think that, oh, this is the 53 one, but no, it's not. This is the actual, like, bad one. It's not even using the whole what my record is and stuff that, which is actually very bad. So bad because I know that I can do good time here, but then like it's like, okay, like why can't you? Do I need to... Can we do that then? Oh, is that how we do it? Then ghost setting, load ghost. But that's not my best lap time, you son of a fucking bitch. My best record is 53. And I was basically thinking that, oh, his best lap is that. What fucking stupid piece of shit. Oh, like why? Like, oh, you need to save it after you set it or whatever, right? And then it's like, okay, like, it's fucking dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Delete. Because that's not my best time at all. Oh. That just feels like so bad, you know. Because the main problem also is if you try to take like... What's the silver time, by the way? The silver time is 47, yeah, and the gold is 45. Back to the top. I want to do one that feels more realistic actually and stuff that. There's 44s in time. 44s, 44s, 44s. Will we have a single one on a 45 time that actually decides to actually save the time? Will it be someone? That one is actually better. Thank you. Let's see how this goes. I would set on soup on 3 hours on the coast, I think. Let's see how well I can match here. I'll brake here, and then I'll brake in like this. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what they're doing and stuff that, you know, because you have to realize also a lot of these like really good times are often also like short shifting and like using steering wheels. Okay, so when you're braking here, you're braking here. You can do it there in that corner. Yeah, because sometimes I do try several times on certain of these because I definitely want to get at least a bronze time and stuff that, but yeah. That's good as well. I don't know, brake balance is not available, right? I think brake balance is not available. Oh, damn. Like, you need to pressure the car so fucking hard, man, it feels like. Actually, let's have it closer, actually, here. Let's only have the offset being 0.2 instead. So goodness grace. Okay, actually, let's turn down that volume at least, and then maybe turn off this to 9 instead. So goodness grace. I don't care if I got the right time here. I just want to see how far I can still tight match it. The worst thing, it only resets after a certain point, of course, as well, so. I don't know if you can actually use brake balance on this. So I actually had a decent time though. So goodness grace. Okay, you meant to only like not break there, but still. Concentrating super hard. Okay, so you meant to not. Okay, good. Very good. I don't know, I think I braked way too much there. I could probably be walking away less. It's going to be 3 seconds faster now, there's no way that's true. Come on! That's heavy in the morning. I'm just ass master. Soon so past. Oh, damn it. Illusions of our past. Oh, damn. Actually, I think that's actually enough to get bronze. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. So yeah. I could probably grind to the 47. There is probably entirely possible. It's just that you need very, very careful like brake control and stuff there. But yeah, this one I'm pretty certain I have. We are using racing hearts. And can I do anything else? No brake balance. And it's 203. 203. is the thing. Old Ghost. Let's just take whatever the fastest is and try to see if we can match it even. So 0 week, okay. Then I have this, yeah. This is this stage. Isn't this Deep Forest Raceway? Yo, Deep Forest Raceway! Let's fucking go! Is this, yeah, this is the no trial mountain event. Fine anyway, it's an old classic. We do not braking, no. Not braking is always false. Yeah, that's the thing that's really annoying if you're using certain cars, it's trying to like, okay, and it broke like that there, okay. And it goes very, very close, they're almost touching. This car shouldn't hardly need to brake at all. I definitely feel like this car, right, has like almost like replaced like the Lotuses and stuff that, you know, a bit. Yeah, he's so fucking close to the all the other times. And this is the stage that I've used taken so many times in the older ones. So, you know, but really, the max speed is actually very, very slow on this car. Like not super fast, but yeah. I don't know if I could have avoided not braking there or whatever. I didn't need to brake there, I don't think he braked. Because you should always be able to tell very, very easily when they brake. And then you're braking here, all the way up to here, basically. Okay, so no braking here. I just wanted to see how was my first time here. Wow, my first was already a bronze with 209. Wow, that's pretty great. 209. Wow, just on the first try there. Yeah, I could definitely get that to 206 probably because I already saw where a bunch of times when I brake when I didn't need to brake. So yeah, but I'm just going for bronze. You know, there have been times that I've taken gold and usually on the like the whole, you know. Okay. So both of them is like that is 250,000, 250,000, and yeah, you receive a million otherwise if you get silver. So, but yeah. Let's check. Damn, I did even shit before starting the recording, and I almost feel like I need to shit again almost. Let's just do a 901 because the 901 should be easy. So that's the one that I haven't done. Okay, so that's a 901. So we can use a 901. I could theoretically get that up to 900. But yeah, Otherwise, right, I can use this. I can use the MHD fab. There is tire wear though. The question is, right, do you need racing hards or can I use like racing mediums or racing softs even? Let's get the soft ones as well here. So yeah, I'm not using the engine, right? Nope. I'm not using the specific engine here. So natural frequency is 4.0. And normally it should be to 5. So set that to 5 instead. I should be able to handle that with it set to 5. Right, yeah. There's a very weird balance on it. Though 900 and 1200 there, so it's like there's not that much downforce on it. It's a bit odd. Because yeah, the ones that I'm going up against, yeah, here you actually meet actual proper ones, so yeah. So I don't know if also the best to use here or if mediums are so much better and stuff like that, because yeah. Actually, I want to try out racing salts here. I want to see how many. Now the thing is, I'm not using the turbo though, so that, for example, like the oil should last longer. Okay. Right, maybe I should have checked the brake balance. So this is the Le Mans track, yeah. The circuit to South. Okay, so TCS set 1. Maybe I need to have it set higher actually. But yeah, the brake zones are like extremely wrong used when it comes to TCS 2. It's so annoying when you have to set it first there, so so those ones I wouldn't even call like Gear 1 cars. Maybe the GT500 cars were predecessors to that, maybe. So I've changed it to here they are on the TCS. I know that there are technically better cars we can use here and stuff like that, but yeah. I've driven this car, this track many times, but I'm often using the core one. Because I just like the way it looks and it had the PlayStation sponsor as well. And the fact that you can brake so late, you saw me braking very, very late. But then, for example, that just shows you that they don't adjust it to your car. Like, it's like misinformation out there that it should adjust to your car, but it clearly doesn't, you know, stuff like that. Because if the brake fields were made a lot better, then that would just improve people and make them better at the game and stuff like that. But now we can't have that, man. You know, this and that, you know. But there's a GT1. I remember when I got it in Gran Turismo 3 how happy I was, because the Toyota GT1, you could clear a lot of the endurance races with the Toyota GT1 and you could like very, very easily win. because it was very, very good with the whole tire consumption and stuff like that, because yeah, of course one lap is really, really long on this track, of course, obviously, yeah. It was a bit risky there actually. Because of course going up on the curves and going up on the grass or whatever, like it takes way more tire wear from your tires. Okay, that's, yeah, that's the Super GT 500. But yeah, and I forgot to show you last time that there are categories of cars that you can find that the game actually recognizes as a category, but that you don't actually have proper races with and stuff like that, you know. Although theoretically, right, there's a lot of like the GT500 style cars that aren't clearly LMP cars. Because they look, of course, different and stuff like that, yeah. So we have seen only one of the LMP cars so far. Is that a Pensoil? Does Nissan have a... So that's the 99 one, yeah, that's the one I have actually. I wonder if that is meant to be the Pensoil that is your nemesis kind of in Gran Turismo 3 or whatever. Because there's a certain Pensoil driving in Gran Turismo 3 that was very good. And of course they didn't have names back then and stuff like that on the drivers. So. You want to take it careful, of course, obviously, so yeah. Now, obviously, since this track is very long, of course, you know, like... Because what if we can get like 4 laps in, or whatever it seems like we can. If we can get 4 laps in, then that means that at 4 we do a pit stop, and then at 8 we do a pit stop and stuff like that, you know. It could just be that they are driving with way more lean and stuff. That could definitely be the case. I haven't got any water, by the way, so yeah, you know, it's gonna be a bit of an issue. You can brake here. You can see how late you can brake with these cars. Yeah, but it's definitely taking out the rear tires more quickly. So let's actually change to the front here, -5. So it's at the front instead on the brake there. So I can make the tires last longer. Now I don't know, of course, I don't know if my tires are going to last the same as my fuel and stuff that, you know. Like let's hope so. And stuff that, because if they can last the entire stint, or whatever, right? Or, you know what I mean. And yeah, even if you're not like super car interested and stuff that, like here's the thing, right? Sure, I was always like car interested when I was younger, but for example, like there's a lot of people that can, for example, they had no interest in cars and then they played Gran Turismo and then all of a sudden they started caring about cars. But I still think it should be more like Gran Turismo 3, Gran Turismo 2, that every car should be able to get like almost all the upgrades and stuff that, because that just made the game more fun. You must say that, oh, that's unrealistic. But then it feels so bullshit to have like electric cars that, oh, you can quote unquote give it a turbo engine, but then certain cars, when you give them turbos, you hardly gain any horsepower at all. And that just feels extremely unrealistic or whatever, right? And you might say, oh, it depends on the engine. So it does, but you know, still it feels like, you know, weird sometimes. So I will set the brake balance on -5 there, so it's focusing on the front. It is Gallo. Bye, Gallo. Okay, Pounder is kind of dirty driver, I feel like a little bit of times. At least because he has thrown me off the tracks a few times. But sometimes it's just because the AI doesn't care when you brake and stuff like that, so if you brake too early, or even if you brake late and stuff like that, like, you know. Okay, they're not coming into pit yet. Where's the pit lane, by the way? Isn't the pit lane very late? Nah. Is that where the pit lane is in the core? Because I need to try and learn where the pit lane is. Now, the worst thing is, of course, if we need to pit and they can stay out. That would be really, really bad if that ends up being the case. Yeah, usually what takes the most on the tires is actually if you drive on the curbs or if you get like outside in the dirt. And this is also a GT500 car. There's actually quite a lot of them actually. But then it's so weird, right, that you have the GT500 cars, and then to make this race more realistic, if you want to have AI drivers, then the GT1 should be at the very, very top of this race, unless it has been severely nerfed as a car, but still, like the GT500 should have no place, or should have no chance against like LMB cars. Yeah, my tires is probably not gonna last for like the oil. Okay, that's not too bad. Though still. And the reason why I would wanna make another lap is just to gain more distance so I can more safely do a thing. Unless they go in and pit, of course. I need to keep an eye also where the pit is and stuff like that. But if I need to go and shit or whatever again, but then, you know, okay, we didn't go off the track this time at least, there a little bit, so that should save on the tires. But does the car become undrivable? Because there are certain cars that you can still kind of drive, even if the like the tires give up and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, this is probably going to be a 30-minute plus race or whatever, because see. I mean, the pit should always be very, very clearly like indicated where the pit is basically and stuff that. It should always be like signs that say like, okay, pit, you know, and stuff like that. I'm gonna go for one more, okay. So you need to do the pit early there basically and stuff like that. Like way before this even and stuff like that, you know. Let's just go like that. Yeah, hopefully we can make one more here. Did they go in and pit? Because if they didn't pit, then yeah. Okay, so they haven't pitted yet, so yeah, so we're gonna have to do... Yeah, if we can build up enough distance here, then we can pit safely. And yeah, we are gonna have to get fuel and get like the maximum fuel we can. I feel like. Shadows of our past. Just checking the time, okay? Yeah, normally I would try to be out one more lap as well and stuff that, because I do think we have the fuel for it. Stuff that, but that's not going to be possible now just because, yeah, if we would have used racing mediums, this wouldn't have been a problem at all. Stuff that, so yeah. So do we slap on racing mediums is the question instead for the final stint. I mean, I would love to be out one more lap and stuff that, but we see also, I wonder if the tires even empty completely here or if they don't. Yeah, the tires definitely given here. There's no way we can make, yeah, one of the tires is given. So we need to go in. This just makes it very scary when it breaks. Yeah, the brakes are still working pretty good though, so you know, that is something. See, that's the thing I was worried about, because if we don't have enough distance here, then they're gonna just pass us. Luckily there's a pretty long straight here because we drive way faster than they do in states. So we have to be careful 1 way accelerate basically. Yeah, racing mediums is probably the way to go though, but yeah, and yeah, we need to refuel as well here, so I have to check out where the pit one is. Again, I know it's in one of the curves here. I think it's this curve here. Where it says pit. Not yet, is it this curve? Yes, pit. Certain ones you have to drive very, very far before the pit racing mediums. K-Pounder went in. Scumbag did not go in. He was on soft stats by. Okay. I'm using TCS to I think I probably should have started with mediums rather instead. Yeah. What would be more realistic here would also be if the one can be out on the tires longer than the other cars. Fuck your Biden, fuck your Biden. This is the fuck your Biden song, I don't know why. This is the fuck your Biden song, but not Hunter Biden because he is cool. Hunter Biden, he is so cool. He likes blue smoke, crack on game. Hunter Biden is so goddamn cool. Smoking crack is very fun. Smoking crack and driving cars. Smoking crack and driving cars. Smoking crack and driving cars. Smoking crack and cars. Crack, crack. Hell yeah. No, crack smoke. But that, yeah, it should have got very, very scary there and stuff like that. But yeah. You're definitely probably gonna have to pit at some point or two there in the lead because they did no pits, and with Gallo did pit as well. Why is my braking so bad now all of a sudden? Yeah, maybe it's just that, yeah, the braking gets worse when you're using tires. Like, I'm actually losing time in the lead, that seems like weird. I don't think it's this. Okay, he went into the pit and he goes into the pit as well, so he was on hards. So yeah, the hard one and the medium one only got one soft one. Oh, that's crazy, man. And there's no risk for rain or anything right now. A lot of them did, yeah, so he's going to take over the second place around, hopefully. No, he didn't take Sternberg. So we're over 20 minutes now and still, you know, I have the fastest time now as well. So. And the Audi is probably going to be even better in this and stuff that, you know, as well. So. And it feels a bit bad, right? That, for example, that the Red Bull car can only really be used against the other Red Bulls and stuff that, like, there is no like why couldn't you have like something for like the really, really, really heavy pointless car? Like, why couldn't there be something but with like unlimited stuff and then have it on like this track and have some stuff that, you know. Yeah, so there are some things I want to talk about as well, because, you know, I played most of Gran Turismo. I forgot if I had one on the PSP or not, or whatever, because, yeah, I did also have like the Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. But the weird thing is, I really, really liked the Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. I think Gran Turismo 4, I didn't like that much. That was because there was very few songs that I liked in Gran Turismo 4. A lot of the songs I didn't like for whatever weird reason. And yeah, Gran Turismo 4 also, Yeah, the B-spec was a good idea, but the main problem with like the B-spec is so you could like give orders to drive or whatever, like drive more aggressively or whatever. I think that was already for stuff there, but then it feels like your driver. I forgot how it worked. If the driver could always get better and stuff like that, or if it had to do with like if it was just about leveling up the driver, or if you had to be a good driver yourself in order for it to get good. So that you could of course also speed up things and stuff that right if the driver you had could just win things easily. Yeah, but I forgot if the B spec was its own campaign or not. Because I know in Gran Turismo 5 they made its own campaign and stuff that, but yeah. Because the good thing about B spec, like if you're gonna be like, oh, we don't wanna have any like they're gonna quote unquote do that or whatever, right? So that you know we have that as well. I think it's because the Tokyo 600 said if they made it so that the clean race bonus was just what you always earned, and then they removed the actual clean race bonus, but they just made the default cash you gain for all the races in the game, use that value. So I believe it's from Tokyo, I believe it's 825,000 you gain instead of the 550,000. So 6, 7, 800, so 300,000 more basically. Stuff there, because that's a big deal, by the way. Because if you consider it, it takes a little bit more than 26 minutes to do. There's also supposedly a race that is half an hour that you can do that might be better credits for you and stuff that, you know. Stuff that, because yeah. Now I went in. You had actually taken the lead also where they were. We might make it all the way though, because having to do one more pit stop would be really, really annoying and stuff that, you know. But still I have more than enough time, so you know, even if we would have to do a pit stop, it wouldn't be bad. But yeah, if we do one more pit stop, there will be no reason not to slap on softs. Pretty much. Of course, if these tires last long enough, then I can just get the required fuel needed and stuff like that. But we might still have like 2 laps, or that we can do with this and stuff like that, so yeah. Yeah, you can see the medium tires is way, that's way, it feels like. But yeah, these doesn't have that exist in racing, because there have been like in certain things, there have been I believe super softs and not just regular softs and stuff that, you know, that has been a thing. But then I think it changed into just regular softs or whatever, because yeah, sometimes it has to do with regulations and stuff like that, but yeah. Because yeah, it definitely feels like when I had a soft on, like even the braking gets like better, like the braking gets improved. But I love like one thing I would say, like would I love a Gran Turismo that only focused on like certain types of cars? Like would I like a Gran Turismo, for example, that's no race cars? But when I say no race cars, I don't mean like oh, don't have Ferraris in it, or Porsches or Bugattis even. Like it would literally be don't have gear 4 cars, gear 3 cars, gear 2 cars. But then you realize, okay, like if they don't go with any race cars, then for example the Pikes Peak Studio wouldn't be in it, Toyota GT1 wouldn't be able to be in it because they are racing cars and stuff like that, you know. So that is the whole thing, you know. But maybe make something like that feels more like old school and stuff, that like more Gran Turismo 2, Gran Turismo 3. Because I definitely feel like once the physics changed from 3 to 4 is when it started going kind of downhill. I know some people really disliked 5 for what the reasons I think game reviewers did. I actually really liked 5 a lot because like I did a lot of online actually in 5, and it wasn't so much like doing races against other people, so there were races, but then just going into lobbies and hearing people like talk with different accents and stuff like that was just really cool. And certain people used to discussing like, okay, like this is how you build this car or whatever, right? You know, there's a lot of people that are very good at doing all tuning things, and then when you can hear like people like certain builds of certain cars, you know, it's really cool. And I do remember there were people doing like stupid races like oh, let's do this race with this like really slow cars and do like 50 laps or whatever, right? But then like the prize payout for that, I remember, was actually pretty good. So it actually didn't feel like you were wasting time participating in something like that, you know, and stuff. That was actually pretty funny. There was also someone that did Nordschleife, I think, that I participated in Nordschleife Rain, and it was like in a certain type of car and quite a few laps and whatever, right? And I do remember that was really fun as well, so yeah, you know. But imagine, right, if you had something like create your own cup or whatever, right? And maybe you could even create your own trophy for it or whatever, like not like an earnable trophy, right, but an actual trophy, right? And then you could have a car be given out, and maybe you could select one of your own cars, but not fully give out to basically copy that car and give that car to like the #1 driver or whatever the one that was the winner of the cup and stuff like that. But yeah, because then imagine, right, you could take certain different tracks and you could decide exactly, okay, like does it rain on this track? Is the tire and fuel consumption and stuff that, you know, so yeah. But if you have like two fuel and tire consumption, then it needs to be for all the races in the cup, I feel like. Okay, so they're waving the blue flag for the guy in the front here. Yeah, we might actually make it into lap 9 actually. We might actually have enough fuel for last one. Because I think the tires should last that long as well. Hopefully we will see. Because we have 107 on the opponent drivers. I'm gonna be really mad if I see, not really mad, but if I see they get the one like that. That was just miscalculation by me there. Yeah, the cheating is not fun, by the way. Like I can cheat before even starting the recording and stuff that, and then just, you know, and it's just because of the IBS. The irritable bowel syndrome. Because yeah, your stomach is overactive and stuff that, and for example, eating anything with fiber in it is really bad. Eating spicy stuff can be really bad. And stuff that, and you kind of have to know what your stomach can take and stuff that, and it's just, you know. And then things with bacterial culturing or whatever you want to call it, right? So very, yeah, I should have enough fuel for the next. Right, I'm checking how long it takes for it to go down to 1 here. Okay, it's at 1 now. Will that be still at the... because I don't need to make a full lap, of course, I just need to make it into the pit lane. So we will see, will this show 0.9 here? Not yet, okay. I got an ignore track limit there, even though I did that before. That's weird. Also, you know, track limits, and that doesn't give you an ignore track limit for whatever reason. Yeah, the road rules are very no, okay, now it gave it. I mean, it didn't do that before, like what?